Good morning, students. Welcome to Python class. Already I've explained NumPy and all. In today's class, I will explain you about dimensions of arrays. Actually, this topic you have in C, C++, Java. This is nothing but how many subscripts you have with the array. That is nothing but the dimension. But actually, what is a dimension? That we'll discuss, and how many types of dimensions we have in a Python. With example programs I will explain, and I will explain attributes of arrays also. Okay, dimensions of array. See, dimension is a direction in which you can specification of array elements means whether you are creating a array with the linear means you are creating an array sequentially in a linear fashion, or you are creating an array like a matrix. Okay, that you can design with the help of dimension. So dimension is nothing but how many number of rows you have, how many number of columns. If you have only one row, that is a one dimension. If you have a rows and columns, that is a two dimension. If you have a number of matrices, but how many number of matrices you have, that you can decide by using a multi-dimension. So it depends on the subscripts you are using with the array. We have a different dimensions. Now here we will discuss about one dimension array. See, one dimension array contains elements only in one dimension. Means if there is an array which contains elements in a horizontally, okay, in only one line, in one row, that array is called as a one dimension array. Or you can say that one dimension array is nothing but the array which contains only one subscript, that is called as a one dimension array. Okay, if there is only one dimension, then that type of array is called as a one dimension. If you have only one direction, either row or column, that type of array is called as a one dimensional array. Or in other words, the shape of the NumPy array should contain only one value in the tuple. Means only if it contains only one row, then that array is called as a one dimensional array. Okay, and there are number of methods in a Python. Using that methods, you can create a one dimensional array. Okay, using a NumPy package, here we have a different types of functions. Using all these functions, you can create one dimensional array. Okay, so there are different methods, right? So here I have given list of methods also. One dimensional array can be created by using a array function, a range function, line space. Using these three functions, a user can create one dimensional array in Python. Okay, what is a one dimensional array? If there is only one direction, whether it is a one row or whether it is a one column, then that array is called as a one dimensional array. So in how many ways we can create one dimensional array? Means using how many functions you can create a one dimensional array in Python? Using a three. First one using the array function, the second one by using the range function, and the third one by using the line space function. You can see these three functions. Now I will explain one by one each function. Means using a array function, how can you create a array, one dimensional array, and using a range function, how can you create a one dimensional array, and using a line space, how can you create a one dimensional array, that we'll discuss now. So here first method is creating an array by using an array method. Actually this method you will get from a NumPy package. Here using this method you can create a one dimensional array. See here, once you see the definition, NumPy array function takes a list of elements. Okay, NumPy array function takes list of element. List of element means more than one element. Like if you will create an array, you will give 10, 20, 30, 40. No, that are nothing but the list of elements as argument. So if it is a function, inside the bracket will give the arguments. No? So using the array function, what it will take, it will take list of elements, the whatever elements, with the whatever elements you want to create an array, with all those elements, with all the elements, it will take it as a arguments, and return one dimensional array. So understood this point? Array function you are getting from a NumPy package, and in the NumPy actually how this function is creating an array. Whatever elements, with the whatever elements you want to create an array, all those elements are passed as arguments to a array function. So when you pass the arguments to a array, range of functions, with that arguments it will create a one dimensional array, or you can say that whatever array elements are there, no, that should be equal, that should be as array function arguments. Okay, now this in the following example we will import NumPy library file and array function from that NumPy package, and after creating that after calling a array function from a NumPy package, will pass a different arguments, and with that arguments one dimensional array will be created. See here in this example, import NumPy as a NP. Okay, it is a numerical package in a Python. Okay, and we are giving that NP as a alias to NumPy. Okay, so wherever you want to write a NumPy in the program, there you write a NP. Okay, NP is the alias name. Now list, list. Here what is the list actually? It is a array name, and in that array how many elements we have? 1, 2, 300, 200, 300, 400. So here what is the name of the array? List. In that array how many elements you have? 4 elements: 100, 200, 300, 400. Now you see I am creating one more array. You see n equals to, n is the name of the array, equals to np. Here what is the np? NumPy package dot array. Here array is a function, because here we are discussing about array function of NumPy package. So that is why np dot array, both are separated by a dot. In the bracket what we are giving? List. What is the list actually? List is an array and it contains 4 elements: 100, 200, 300, 400. Now with that list a new array is created, and what is the name of the new array? N. Okay, so here we used NumPy package, we used list. 2 arrays I have created. List, first one is array, and how many elements that array is holding? 4, and that list elements I am passing as a arguments to array function. So when you pass the more than one element as an argument to a array function, then the array function will create a new array. So this is a one method. Okay, so here we created a new array with the using array function, and we are getting that array function from NumPy package. Now second method, creating one dimensional array using a range function. Okay, actually here what is the range function is? See, I want to create an array with the 10 elements, and that 10 elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so from where to where you want to create array, means from which element to which element you want to create an array. Instead of writing each and every element, you can create an array with the giving a range. Means we'll give the starting value and we'll give the ending value. So whatever elements are there between that starting value and ending value, with that elements a new array is created. Okay, like in a for loop we'll give a starting value and we'll give the ending value. So elements are printed from 1 to 10 example. So that is a range, right? So here also we'll use a range function to give a range between that ranges, means between that starting element and ending element, whatever elements are there, whatever values are there, with that values and with that elements a new array is created. That is the range function. Okay, so in the range function, what will give? Will give starting value and will give ending value. Okay, between a starting and ending, whatever values are there, with that values a new array is created. That is a range. Okay, so in Excel also will give a starting cell address, ending cell address, then whatever cells are there between a starting and ending, that will be selected. That is the same range function in a Excel. Similarly, this range function we have in a Python. Here also will give a starting and ending. With all the elements between a starting and ending, a new array is created. You can see an example program. Here we are importing NumPy package and we are giving an alias name, and I am creating a one dimensional array x. X equals to np dot arrange. We are getting a range function from which package? np. So that is why np and arrange function both are separated by a dot. Now in the bracket I have given three parameters: 3, 10, 2. Here 3 is a starting value, 10 is a ending value. Between this 3 and 10, whatever elements are there, no, with that elements a new array is created. But in that also you can implement more condition. What is the condition here? Every alternative element I am taking, that is the 2. It is nothing but the increment. After the first element, how much should be incremented for the second element? After the second one, how much should be incremented for the third element? That is a third parameter here. For every element, how much you want to increment. So here I have given 2. So then what happened? Between a 3 and 10, 3 is the starting, 10 is the ending. Between a 3 and 10, every alternative element is taken as a element or element in an array. Okay, example, suppose here if I have given 1 instead of 2, that is a incrementation here. So what happened with the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? A new array is created. If I give 3 instead of 2, then 3, 6, 9. With 3 elements only a new array is created. Okay, so between a starting and ending, what elements you want to take? Whether you want to take all the elements or you want to take elements based on the condition, that you can give by using the third parameters. Okay, so here in this example, between a 3 and a 10, I want to take every alternative element. No? So starting 3, ending 10 is there. No? So before that, what is there? 9. So 3, 5, 7, 9. So 10 is not included. So before the 10, whatever elements are there, that is printed here. Okay, so 3, 5, 7, 9. Every alternative element is printed. Now here the third method, creating one dimensional array using a line space. Okay, so here line space, it is similar to a range function only, but few differences are there that we'll discuss now. Here NumPy, this function also you are getting from a NumPy package. Okay, so here what we do is between a 5, in the previous example what I have given, every alternative number I have taken, no, 2, 4, 6 like that. So here what we do is we'll give the starting value and we'll give the ending value. Between a starting and ending, on how many elements you want, only that many elements will be taken as array elements. So here I am not giving an array how you want an element, just what I am giving, how many elements you want between a starting and ending, only that many element. With that many elements your new array is created. Suppose you have a starting value 2 and ending value 5. Starting value 2 and ending value 10 will take. Between that, I am giving a third parameter as a 1. Then how many elements you will get? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 elements will be. With that elements a new array is created. Example, between a 2, 10. or between a 1 comma 10, I want only the 5 elements. Then what happened? 5 elements will be taken. So total is divided with this 5. Then how much you will get? 2 you will get. So every alternative number will be taken. So that is the line space. So here what we do is, how you want, we won't give between a starting and ending. How many elements you want, only will give that information. Okay, now you see NumPy line space function takes start, end and the number of elements to be created. Underline that point. Only how many number of elements you want in the array. You want other sequence elements or alternative number or every third number you want, that won't give. Only how many elements we want, only that information will give. Okay, created start and the number of elements to be created as the argument, and it creates a one dimensional array. See, in this example we will import NumPy library. Okay, we are in the first line, we are importing a NumPy library and we are using line space from the NumPy only. See here, import NumPy as NP. This line already I have explained. We are in this program, we are using functions from NumPy package. So that is why here we are including NumPy. Now A, here A is the name of the array. A equals to np dot line space. Np means what here? NumPy package. Line space is a function. What is the use of that function? Using that function we are creating a one dimensional array. Now in the brackets you see the three parameters, 5 comma 25 comma 4. What is the starting value? 5. What is the ending value? 25 and comma 4. So starting value is 5, ending value is a 25. Between a 5 and a 25 with only 4 elements, I want to create a new array. Okay, like after the 5, 9, 13, 17, 23, like that. Only I want 4 elements in the array. But that element should be between a 5 and a 25. Okay, so here in the array exactly how many elements you want, that information will give. So exactly in the new array, in the one dimension array, I want only 4 elements. That information I have given here. In the arrange function, it will give information about how you want. Means first element, third element, fifth element, or second element, fourth element, sixth element, like that will give. Here we won't give all this information. What will give? Just how many elements we want in the array, only that information will give. Now these are the three methods. Using these three methods we can create a one dimensional array in a Python, and all these three functions we are getting from a NumPy package. So how many methods, how many functions we have? The first one is an array function, the second one is a range function, and the third one is a line space. Okay, using a array function directly will give the elements what we want. In the arrange function will give the starting and ending, and how you want to extract element, that information will give. And the third one in the line space just will give the starting and ending. Between the starting and ending, how many elements you want to create an array, that information will give by using a line space. Okay, now in the Python one more dimension is 2 dimension. So if you have a 2 dimension, one for a row and the second one is a one for a column, means there are 2 directions. One is a horizontal direction and the second one is a vertical direction. If there are 2 directions, if there are 2 dimensions, then that array is called as a 2-dimension array. Okay, so in the 2-dimension array, one dimension for a row and another dimension for a column. Okay, so here in this example, actually, and you can say that 2-dimension array is nothing but matrix. Okay, what is a 2-dimension array? 2-dimension array is nothing but matrix, because in the matrix you have a rows and columns. Okay, so you see the syntax here. Array name equals to row in one dimension and a column in one dimension. Okay, row defines how many rows you want in that matrix, and column defines how many columns you want in the given array. Okay, so that is a two-dimensional. If there is more than one, if there are two dimension, one dimension for a row and one dimension for a column, then such type of array is called as a two-dimensional array, or we can say that two-dimensional array is nothing but the matrix. Okay, so here example I have given, a equals to np dot array. Again here also we are creating a array using a array function, two-dimensional array. We are creating a array function, and from where we are getting that array function? We are getting that array function from np package. Okay, numpy, right? Numpy, and in the bracket you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is a one dimension and this is a one dimension. Sorry, this is a one dimension, one dimension. So here how many rows you have? Two rows you have. First row is 1 2 3 and second row is 4 5 6. Okay, so two rows, and in each row how many columns you have? Three columns. Two rows, three columns. Okay, so you have a rows and columns. Two directions you have, two dimensions you have. So that is why this is called as a two-dimensional array. This is about two-dimensional array. Now come to attributes of array. Just a minute. Here 3D array is also there. Three-dimensional array. Okay. So three-dimensional array means actually if more than two subscripts, then we can say that that is a three-dimensional array. Okay. One is for a number of matrix, and the second one for a row in the number of rows in a matrix, and the third one is a number of columns in a matrix. That is called as a three-dimensional array, or you can say that an array that has a 2D arrays. An array that has 2D arrays, then it is called as a three-dimensional array. Here you can see, excuse me. Here you can see the example program I have given. Import numpy as a np. As usual, here we are including numpy package. Now I am creating an array. Arr equals to np dot array. Okay, array is a function, and we are getting that array function from a numpy package. So that is why the first line we are including. Using an import statement, you can include this numpy in our program, right? So here how many rows you have? 1 2 3 4 rows you have, right? So two matrix you have here. Okay, two matrix, 1 2 3 4 5 6, one matrix, 1 2 3 4 5 6 is two matrix. And here three-dimensional array is nothing but it is a array of two dimension. So here how many two-dimensional arrays you have? Two. Okay, so it will come under the two-dimensional array. Okay, so this is a next dimension, three-dimensional array in a numpy. So dimensions over. Now we'll discuss about attributes of array. So in Python, how many dimensions you have? Three dimensions. One dimension, two dimension, three dimension, or one more dimension is there, n dimension. Okay, that you will get from a numpy package. Okay, that theory, that video already I have sent. Okay, number of dimensions. Now we'll discuss about attributes of an array. So after creating an array, if you want to find out information about your array, means how many rows are there, how many columns are there, and what is the name of the array, how many elements are there, how many dimensions are there, that you can find out by using the attributes of an array. Okay, so here you see there are definition I have given. An array attributes are essential to find out the shape, dimension, item size, etc. So using an attribute we can find out shape, dimension and size, etc. Okay, so here we have a few functions. Using that functions you can find out different different types of information about arrays. Actually these are called as attributes. Okay, now here first attribute is n dimension. Actually dim it is. What is the use of this? Using this function you can find out, the number of dimensions in the given array, whether it's a one dimension array, it is a two dimension array, or it is a three dimensions of array. Okay, using that you can find out the number of dimensions available in that array. Okay, you see the example program. Import numpy as np. Okay, a equals to np dot array. What is the a here? We are storing the result. This is a variable here, np dot array, right? How many dimensions we have here? 1 2 3 is one row, 4 5 6 is another row. So it is a 2 cross 3 matrix. Okay, so here we have a rows information and columns information. It's a two dimension array, so that is why below output is 2. Now item size here. Okay, so using this you can find out, using this item size you can calculate the size of each element. Like if it is an integer, it is a 4 bytes of memory for each element. If it is a float, 8, like that. So using this you can find out the byte size, how much memory is given to each and every element. That you can find out by using a item size. Okay, so here you see import numpy as np. Similarly, like as usual, we have included numpy package. Next I have created one array. What is the name of the array? A equals to np dot array. Np here is nothing but the numpy. Array is a function. How many elements are there? 1 2 3. Here it is a one dimensional array. So here all integers we have. So integer size is a 4 bytes. So in the next line print a dot item size. Each and every item size is a 4 bytes only, right? That is the output. Now the next one is a d type, data type. D type here is nothing but the data type. Using this you can find out data type of each and every element. Okay, d type, what is the use of the d type function? Using a d type function we can find out the data type of each and every element stored in the array. Okay, it is whether it is an integer element, whether it is a float element, what type of element you are storing in the array, that you can find out by using the d type. See here, import numpy as np. Now np dot array 1 2 3 all are integers. So in the below I have given output as an int. What function we used? A dot d type function we used. Now size. What is the use of the size function? Using a size function we can find out size of the array, means how many elements are there in the array. That you can find out by using a size function. Now shape function. Shape means what is the shape of the array, means how many rows you have, how many columns you have. That you can find out by using a shape function. Okay, see here how many rows you have, 2 rows and 3 columns. That is your output. Okay, now reshape. Whatever array is there, that you can reshape, means you can convert rows into the columns into the rows. So that is possible by using a reshape function. So here you can see it is actually basically it was a 2 rows and 3 columns. So that is changed into 3 rows 2 columns by using a reshape function. So first I have given an array a equals to np dot array 8 comma 9 comma 10 11 comma 12 comma 3, means 2 rows 3 columns. Next in the fourth line you see a equals to a dot reshape. We are changing the shape of the array into 3 rows and 2 columns, like this. 3 rows 2 columns. We changed 2 rows 3 columns array into 3 rows 2 columns array. Okay, so this is about your arrays attributes in Python. So how many types of dimensions we have? 1 dimension, 2 dimension and 3 dimension. So based on the direction we have a dimensions here. And what attributes we used on arrays? First one is a dimension, means how many dimensions you can find out, how many dimensions are there in that is the first attribute. So total number of elements you can find by using a size. How many rows and how many columns are there, that you can find out by using a shape. And whatever rows are there, columns are there, that you can reshape by using a reshape function. You can find out the data type of each and every element, and how much size, how much memory you have given to each and every element also you can find out by using a items. So these are the attributes of arrays. Okay, the next class we will discuss about matrices. Thank you.